We will be walking through a tutorial of our system for Christian background checks. The first thing we'll do is go to christianlogin.com, and our system and features do work best on Google Chrome or Firefox, so I do recommend those web browsers. Once you get to the login screen, you will be entering in your login credentials. We will be walking through a demo account just to show you. Once you log in, you'll be on our home screen. Off to the right here, you will always be able to refer and find our customer support phone number and email address. So if you ever have any questions or you're having any issues, you can always reach out to them. And then here on the main screen, once you scroll down a little bit, you're going to find news and updates highlighted in yellow. This is going to let you know any changes, whether it be changes with features in the system, fees through state or county. So it's just a good rule of thumb to always look that over every once in a while just to make sure nothing changing will affect you directly. And then directly below there, you're going to find a glossary of terms. This, the verbiage that is returned in these reports may not be familiar with, so you can always refer back to that here on the home screen by clicking our logo up here in the top left-hand corner. To begin running a background check, you're going to refer to this navigation bar up at the top. So the order option, to place manual orders, you're going to hit new order. And if you're using any of our electronic processes, our quick app feature, or our widget hyperlink, the applicant pending and ready will be tied to the quick app, and the XML ready will be tied to the widget hyperlink. To place a manual order, you'll just hit new order, and then this is where you can go in and select the package that you want to run. Here I have it categorized by just different types of screening that you might need to do, but if you need many different package options, those would be listed here. So you would just select the appropriate package, and then it'll break down what's included in the package itself. Anything will be automatically select for you. If you have a la carte, you'll just select what you need to run, and then you will hit next in the bottom right hand corner. Or if you're going to be sending out a quick app link, you just hit quick app. We will walk through running our more commonly used searches, which is our enhanced nationwide and county of residence. So I'm going to go to the next screen. This certification screen, it's really just ensuring that you do have a disclosure and authorization form already signed before submitting, since you are doing manual entry. When using our quick app or our widget feature, those are done electronically through there. These first three options here are for you to use if you would like to. You do not need to put anything in there. If you do input information into the reference field, that is reflected on the report and in the report queue, as well as your invoices. So if there's anything you needed to reference, that would be where you would want to input that information. When running for employment screening, you will always be prompted for the employment state, just because every state has certain laws and regulations. So we do follow those, so it's important to put in the correct employment state. You do not have to enter the county and city. And then you will go down to the bottom portion where you will enter in your applicant's information. And then the phone number and email address are not required, although we do like to get your applicant's emails. And the reason for that is because when we return records on your applicants, we do send out contemporaneous notices to them, letting them know that we did return records and that they have a right to request a copy of those results. So if you supply the email, we will send those electronically. If the email is not provided, we will send that to their physical address. Now, you can enter in their former name aliases. With the Enhanced Nationwide, those are automatically pulled. When you're running anything with a county, or if you're going to do a statewide or a nationwide federal, if you supply the system with different name aliases that they've gone by, the system will think that you want to run those searches for each name you entered. So I do just want to caution you on that. Unless you want it to automatically pull those things for you, you do not need to input additional name aliases. And then you're going to hit next in the bottom right hand corner, and you will find a pre-search results screen. This is not a screen you're going to typically see. This is put in place to prevent duplicate orders. So you will see this screen if you are trying to submit an applicant that is already in the system within 365 days of their first order. If you do see this screen, you can hover over these icons to see exactly what was ran on them. You'll be able to see who requested the report. You'll be able to see when it was ordered, and then you'll be able to see the status. So if you're creating a duplicate order, all you have to do is hit cancel, and then it'll remove you from this screen. And then you just hit next on the bottom right hand corner, and you'll be at the address screen. If you supply any additional addresses and you're running, again, the statewide, county searches, federal searches, it will think you would want to run those for each county from the addresses you input into the system. Our Social Security trace will pull their address history for you. So if that is something that you're needing, or if you're running a multi-county package, I do suggest adding that on. And the system can actually pre-pull it for you by the time you get to the county screen. That way you can use our develop jurisdictions feature, and it will input their address history on this screen where you can select which counties you would like to run. On this screen, it is going to let you know the name they went by while residing there, the county, and then the address. This is pulled on a fictitious person, so it is not a full report. However, this reported column on the right, it will let you know about the time frame they resided there, or that name was triggered at that address. So you can always go through and decipher which counties you would like to run. And then you would just select which ones you would like to add or remove. And then you hit next. And on the order summary screen, it is going to let you know everything that is included in your package. It will let you know the package cost, and then if there's any additional fees that may incur. So these would come into play with county searches if the courthouse charges a court access fee in order to pull those records. If you're running motor vehicle reports, and there's always a state fee with those, if you're running the statewide. So things like that. So it will let you know about the total cost you'll be paying for this search. And there are some counties that do have higher fees than others. So if you do have a county that has a high fee and you may want to wait on that, you can always edit at this screen and remove that county and then proceed from there. And then on the bottom, you're going to see a complete order and next and complete order. If you have another person that you need to submit, if you do complete order and next, it'll take you back to the order screen to start placing the next order, or just complete order if you just have that one that you need to run. And then you'll be in the report results, which you can always access this screen by going to reports and then pending reports and completed reports. All searches are archived after 90 days, so you would use the advanced search feature to pull those. We do store all reports for you for 7 years, and then they're purged from the system. You can always save them as a PDF file or print them out. But again, they are saved for 7 years. So you can find any from using the advanced search feature. You can filter by date or look up a name specifically. And then on this screen, it is just going to be your abstract of the report for your applicant. It will go over, their information, the searches that were submitted. To view, I do recommend always clicking this view option in the top left-hand corner, because it'll just pull everything in one spot for you versus you clicking on each individual one. This is also where you can print or save them as a PDF file. Our reports are laid out very easy to read. The nationwide will always be listed first, and it will let you know records found or no records found. This is where those name variations and aliases will come into play. Again, the nationwide does automatically pull those, so you do not need to supply it into the system. And then it will just go down and break through each report that was found on your applicant and give you all the information you need to make the best decision as possible for your hiring. And then the Social Security validation will be listed at the bottom. And then any additional search that you run will be listed out in an abstract beneath that. Now to go back to their results screen, you just click on results, and you will receive email notifications as they're completed. So it's not something you need to monitor. It will let you know via email when the report is completed. And then down towards the bottom, we do have this disclosure and forms option with a drop down. If you supply the system with your applicant's email, you can send their adverse action, their pre-adverse action, and a consumer copy. You would just select which one you want to send and then hit email, and it'll email right out. So that would be a 2-click for you. And then the consumer copy is emailing them a copy of their background check. That concludes our demonstration for Christian background checks. If you have any questions or need any assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We are always happy to help.